He lived a normal life with almost no brain, no exaggeration, no science fiction. Doctors once scanned a man who held a job, raised a child, and carried on conversations like anyone else. Then they looked at his head. 90% of his skull was filled with fluid. The brain tissue was compressed into a thin rim, flattened against the inside of the skull. On paper, it was a catastrophe. In reality, he worked, walked, loved, and planned his days. How does a person function when the organ we worship as the source of thought barely exists? That question breaks the rules of intuition. It forces a collision between what we believe the brain must be and what it actually can do. Start with the surprising fact: brains are not fixed blueprints. They are messy, flexible networks. When a part is lost or shrunken, other parts can adapt. Neurons reroute. Circuits rewire. Development can compensate in ways we still barely understand. In this man, what remained of the tissue reorganized over a lifetime into something astonishingly efficient. But efficiency isn't the whole story. Subcortical structures, the deep circuitry that handles movement, basic perception, emotion, and arousal, were relatively preserved. Those systems kept the body awake, speaking, walking. Cortical areas, the ones associated with abstract reasoning, were compressed but not utterly absent. The brain learned to do more with less. Now escalate the mystery. This case is not an isolated freak. Neurologists have cataloged other people with massive brain loss who function far beyond expectations. Blind people repurpose visual cortex for touch and sound. Stroke survivors recover abilities as distant networks take over. The brain stores redundancy like a hidden reserve account, and in rare lives, that reserve becomes everything. This flips a terrifying idea on its head. Intelligence and identity are not simple maps drawn on tissue. They emerge from patterns, timing, and relationships between cells. Consciousness might be more about rhythm and connectivity than bulk. The size of the hardware matters less than how it fires. There is an emotional edge here. Imagine learning your brain is nearly gone yet watching your partner make dinner, laugh with friends, or remember the face of your child. There is tenderness and a terrifying beauty in those moments. The man's life forces us to ask what really makes a person: memories, stories, relationships, or the visible anatomy inside the skull. Science still struggles to explain it all. These cases are windows, not answers. They demand humility and curiosity. They show the brain is at once fragile and wildly resourceful. If this surprised you, imagine what else our brains are hiding. Follow for more mind-bending discoveries. Tell someone who thinks they know how the mind works.